Just did the foundational lines, the inking. I'm about to start coloring right now. All right. If I'm quiet, it's just because I'm trying to concentrate on the actual drawing and all that. But if you have any questions, any comments, or whatever, feedback, let me know. All right. Hey, Andrew. Yeah, I just saw that a few minutes ago before I started the stream. Um, Someone that I follow on YouTube, Charlie, but his channel name's different. Um, has a video on that. I haven't like clicked on it per se, but I saw like the preview of like the video on that. I thought it was pretty interesting. Now, is it because I saw it said like a casting or whatever? Like, what exactly? How is Michael Keaton involved in all this? Is what I want to know because I saw his name on there, but I didn't like click on the video just yet. Why don't you inform me on that because I'm not up to date completely on that. You know, it's funny. Now that I reread your comment, I was actually no lie at work before the shift started. One of my coworkers who's like really into all that stuff, like the superhero, like cinematic universes and all that. Um, Under the Watchfly, what's going on, brother? Y'all missed the last stream, which I would highly recommend and suggest you guys check out after you watch this one. But good having you guys around. So first off, I want to thank you guys as always. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for, showing me love. Thank you for supporting me and all that. I highly appreciate it. Um, right now, I'm just drawing Rigby from the regular show because I had already drawn Mordecai, and I had started to draw him when I finished Mordecai, but I never finished it. So I figured before I go to sleep, might as well finish it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Good having you guys around. I highly appreciate you both. Love you. Trying to Rome, what's going on, man? What's going on, brother? God bless you. Welcome back. Like I told the other guys on the chat right now, you missed. Well, I mean, I don't know if you watched it already, but if you haven't, go check out the stream that I had before this one. I highly recommend it because of what I talk about on there. Some changes in the channel. But right now, I'm just drawing Rigby from the regular show. And, well, I already drew him in. Like, now I'm, like, coloring him in or whatever. So, if I take long to respond, it's because I'm trying to focus on the drawing and coloring. But I will definitely, if I take long to respond, it's because I'm trying to focus on the drawing and coloring. But I will definitely, like, talk and interact with you guys as I go back and forth from the screen to the paper. So, I'm just trying to, yeah, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. How are things coming along with, yeah, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. How are things coming along with your potential content for YouTube? Because I was talking to Gotti and she mentioned something that you might be able to do as far as like YouTube content. She was telling me how you're like a single father and all that. And it'd be nice to see like a single dad's perspective on things and how you do what you do with them and how you raise them. And, I think people would admire and honestly gravitate towards that kind of like content and all that. So that's something that she thought of, not me. So if you do go with it, thank her, not me. I'm just a messenger. I'm telling you what she told me, basically. Um, But yeah, I'm just coloring the drawing in. And I'm kind of mad because I don't have the actual colors that I need. But, you know, I'm working with what I got, so it is what it is. It's still coming out pretty nice. Uh, that just means I have to invest later on in more colors, I guess. The camera right now, so I can practice it too. Yeah. Remember, you don't have to go too expensive on the camera. Honest to God, there's cameras out there that are very affordable. If you just do like a little searching, whether it be on Amazon or Google or whatever, and yeah, you don't have to get nothing super expensive. Just something that works, something that I mean, obviously, if you can find something that can record like high quality resolution, like 4K or 1080 or whatever, even better. You know, more power to you. But you know, necessarily, you don't have to go that route just yet. You can't afford it or whatever. Not saying that you can't afford it, but like if you can't, then you know, yeah, Best Buy is like another place you can go to, and pretty sure you'll find like good deals. Ah, plugging in Best Buy, aren't we? Plugging it in. I mean, you know, like I don't have a Best Buy near me, so that's why I didn't recommend Best Buy right away. But I mean, yeah, if you do have a Best Buy near you, I would totally like check them out and see what they have to offer. Go ahead, you be patient while you're done. Yeah, and you know what's funny, Ron? Like ah, if I would be doing this on the Twitch software, I think I could be doing that. But with this software or whatever, at least the way I'm doing it with the laptop or whatever, if I do that, then that's pretty much all you'll be able to see, which I don't mind because uh, I don't really like to like show my face that much or whatever. Like if it shows, it shows. If it doesn't, it's all right. It's not like a big deal. Um, but yeah, I think the Twitch software or application on the computer or whatever, I think it does have that feature to where, um, depending on the amount of devices you have or whatever, I think you can like do that, like a dual type of stream of like the drawing and my face. I don't know if you can do that on YouTube because honestly, I haven't really looked into how much variety the YouTube streaming software like has. So, but yeah, I don't mind showing the process. I mean, right now I'm just coloring it in, so it's not much of a process. But uh, yeah, mm, but this is like best I could do as far as like showing the this view right here, I guess. Um, I'm missing the body, and the body is supposed to be like a light tan-ish color, which I don't have on me, but I could try this, I guess. Hold on. It's kind of scared to have the wrong color, so I mean, I guess technically this could work. This one right here. Yeah, let's go with this one, I guess. Whatever. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, so a quick recap of what I talked about. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not gonna spoil you guys with that awesome information. I'll let you guys run over to the other stream to check that out. But something I did not mention in the last stream was that Alex from Predator Poachers Texas, like the hub or whatever. Um, he's been saying that he's gonna call me with information on uh, Rami and just supposed evidence that he has on Rami and all that. Which, as I said in previous streams, I'm open to listen and to hear if you have like legit evidence or whatever on anybody. Not to attack the other person, but just to kind of like hear out and listen to the both sides or whatever. Be as fair as I can be. And he has yet to call me. He has texted me here and there, but he has not called me per se. And so I'm kind of just like done, pretty much pursuing that whole thing right there. Like, if he wants to share it, that's cool. If he doesn't, it's all right. All right, guys. There goes Mordecai Rigby from the regular show. Closer view. I mean, it's not like a perfect drawing, nothing like that, but I'm pleased with it for the most part. I think I could have made Rigby a little taller, but I guess exaggerating is not too bad. I don't know. You guys think I should like get started on like another drawing within this drawing? Like maybe have like Benson somewhere in here or Pops or something like that? Or you think it's just good just to have them two and that's it? And kind of like eventually do some kind of like drawing surrounding them or whatever. Andrew, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, once again, this was like a quick. I wasn't like freaking, like, oh man, I gotta make this perfect or whatever. It was like a quick drawing. Like, I guess when I do kind of like drawings on streams, I really don't look to make it perfect, but just as close as I can get it to how it's supposed to look within as little time as possible. No, this is actually, that's a good question. I think I've said it before, but I'll show you guys. This pad, I'll show you guys in a second. Bristol. So this is the pad that I use for, these kind of drawings that I do like on the live streams or whatever. And it's the same one that I'll be using for a special project that I'm working on. So this paper, it's meant for actual comic work. Like if I were to already have like a story for like a comic and the characters and whatever, this is the official paper that comic book artists like use to render their official artwork. So meaning, obviously, I have to kind of like draw the layout for like the boxes and, how you would look at when you open a comic book or whatever, that you see like the squares and whatever. But this is like the actual like paper that they use. From here, they do the actual artwork, they color it in, ink it or whatever. Then they take it and to the publisher, and then they take that and print it onto another kind of paper. But this is like the pre-official production paper that they use to draw their actual, comic book on. So it's like, it's thick-ish, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to like break right away, but the surface of it is like smooth, like super smooth. And so I think that's one of the reasons why it helps for when you're doing everything, whether it be the pencil work or the inking or the color, because it's so smooth, but tough. Well, not tough, thick at the same time. It helps for like a better rendition of any kind of pigmentation that you put on it, like whether it be the pencil or ink or the markers, just kind of paper is like perfect for all that kind of illustration. And matter of fact, I think, yeah, so in the front of it, if you ever do look it up or buy it, it says uh, recommended for, I mean, by sequential art professionals and award-winning artists. Smooth line for pages. Excellent art surface for creating comics, cartoons, and graphic novel illustrations. Ideal for pencil, pen, and ink. Sheets have non-reproducible blue grid lines for pages. So yeah, it is good for shading. Um, However, even though it's good for that, I mean, there is other paper that's even better for shading. Not saying that this isn't, because this could totally withstand strong shading and all that. But there is other paper that is like more specifically geared for like darker shading and all that, and they can handle it a little better. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the actual name of the paper, but whenever you do go to like if you're really like into art or whatever, there's different stores you can go to, and they'll have pretty much like these different paper pads, and it'll tell you what they're like best for, like in the rack or wherever it's like being held. Pretty much, it'll tell you like, oh, for watercolor or for acrylic or marker, it'll tell you specifically what that paper is best for. So our class didn't have like texture and shading was so good. Me personally, like when I do any like strong, heavy like pencil work and like heavy shading, what I personally use is just like a straight up sketchbook, which I actually do have right here. Not saying it's like the greatest thing for that, but it works for me. This is, I think I've shown this notebook before, but pay attention. Don't pay attention to the stickers or my signature or whatever. But this kind of like sketchbook, I use it for pencil work, and although eventually they turn into like colored in art afterwards, but for the most part, I use it for like pencil work and strong shading. So, but then again, and I've said this a lot of times before. I've known people who are just like so really, really good in art and drawing and all that they make good use of anything that you give them. Like, for example, when I was working in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a few years back, helping out another airport, I met one of the supervisors, and the one thing we had in common, well, we had a few things in common, but the one strong thing we had in common was drawing and artwork and comic books and all that. And this man, Jesse, I will never forget Jesse. He was so good with any medium that you gave him. He just naturally knew how to use it for like artwork. Like he would use anything from obviously fine liners and all that, and he would come up, especially with the big pens. I don't know how he would do it, but he would. He looked like a sewing machine, just tapping awesome like artwork, like landscape or a comic type of layout or like a superhero, whatever. Just tapping his pen with a big pen on the paper. That's he with a big pen on the paper. That's he. I mean, it would blow my mind. I'd be like, I don't know if you're possessed or what, but that is freaking amazing. Hopefully one day I'll get there. But yeah, I don't know if you guys seen the video. Yo, yeah, definitely raw talent, definitely natural, like a God-given talent. I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's people who are born with it and perfect it, and people who are just born with it, but they're lazy about it or whatever. And I guess that's where I come in. Like, I have like a natural artistic ability, but I've been so lazy about it, and I didn't get back into it until like I want to say like a year ago. So who knows how better I could have gotten if I would just stuck with it since I started. But that's not the point. Uh, what I was gonna say was I did a video a few weeks ago where I was talking about these markers. Okay, whenever you decide to get back into drawing or whatever, and you want to illustrate your drawings and color them in, especially with this kind of paper, guys, I highly recommend these markers. At first, I didn't like them right away because they're so different from like regular colored markers that I've used already. But just the quality that it renders when you like, you know, put it on the paper, especially the Bristol paper that I'm using right now, it's just is at a league of its own. Basically, it's kind of like a whole like another thing. Am I saying that they're the greatest markers ever? No, I'm not saying that. But like when you color with them, you can see how like heavily it mimics like a comic style or cartoon style look to it, and that's just regular use. That's without having like a good understanding of how to like color stuff in or shade stuff in. You know, it's kind of almost like an automatic like talent booster. Just coloring with these, you know, on their own. It's like it's kind of like saying when you're playing basketball. Okay, I don't know if anybody here on here has heard of the brand APL. It's Athletic Propulsion Labs. If you haven't, go check them out. Go check how they came about a few years ago. I think back in 2007 ish, 2009, somewhere around there. They made the first sneaker who automatically, and it was like a proven thing, and so they sold like hotcakes. But they were banned from the NBA, and well, not from the NBA. I'm sorry, they were banned from high school and college basketball leagues, and also the NBA. I assume, just because of the automatic boost in vertical leap that they had. This would be like the equivalent to that. This is kind of like if you don't know how to color, but you color with these without knowing too much about art, it automatically looks like really good. So imagine if you do know how to like color stuff in, it'd look even better, like professional. So I mean, I'm looking at it right now, like the browns that I chose, it looks freaking awesome. I mean, but anyways, you guys have seen. Matter of fact, let me just. I know you guys have seen it already, but I forgot where I put it. All right, so that right there is me being messy and me being kind of like irresponsible with like not letting stuff dry or whatever. And if you look at the shading, okay, on the red and all that good stuff, that was me not even trying. That was me just kind of like, you know, being extremely lazy with it. So if it looks that good, you know what I'm saying, without me being like the shading and all that about the colors, imagine if I would have actually, you know, tried to have any more questions or comments or like in a hurry. I didn't mean I was like in a hurry, no lie, so that's why it was kind of dirty, especially in the yellow areas. So, but yeah, if you guys ever wonder, it's called Masters Touch Fine Art Studio double point color markers. I think it's probably still lagging. So I'm gonna let you guys go. It's still lagging and something wrong with the connection. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of you. I highly love every single one of you. Thank you for the support, the view, the thumbs up. Thank you for sharing the video and all that good stuff. And y'all have a good night. God bless. Peace out.